Once again, Hockey fans, welcome to Let's Wear Against the Crib House for tonight's ECAC matchup between the Crimson, Harvard University, and your Engineers from Rensselaer. Let's meet the starting lineups. First, the visitors from Harvard. At left wing is a freshman from Homer, New Jersey, number 25, Justin Sullivan. At center, a senior from Newport Beach, California, number 59, Zachary Carpenter. And at right wing for the Crimson, a sophomore from South Boston, Massachusetts, number 18, Michael Callum. At the left defense is a sophomore from Hamilton, Ontario, number 14, Matthew Morgan. And at right defense, a senior from Concord, Massachusetts, number 2, Ian Moore. In the goal for Harvard is a junior from Espoo, Finland, number 30, Arturo Cascadura. The rest of the Harvard Crimson, their head coach is Ted Canal. Now, ladies and gentlemen, to honor and respect our two great nations and the men and women who have served and continue to serve, we ask you please rise if you are able. Remove your hats for the playing of the national anthems of Canada and the United States of America.
Welcome to the Houston Fieldhouse. The Zambonis hit the ice. The fans are in the stands. I'm Matthew Mugno alongside Dan Frigid. Dan, the ECAC standings are packed. How crucial is it to get points tonight for the home Engineers?
It is huge. Right now, Harvard currently sits in 6th place, 3 points ahead of the Engineers in 7th. So it's a real crucial game.
And we have 2 solid starters in net. One who, for the Harvard Crimson, is an NHL prospect, and Giesbrecht, who played really well against Clarkson last weekend.
Yes, well, right now, I think Harvard's 6th in the nation with the number of NHL draft choices they have on their team at 11. And the only one not in the lineup tonight is Jack Barr.
And they're a program that usually has some prospects in the wings. That includes Zachary Karpa and Mason Langenbrunner. There's Giesbrecht manning the crease tonight for the Engineers. Giesbrecht was a transfer from Ferris State, rocking a .337 goals against average at .896 save percentage. And the starting lineups for tonight: Jack Brackett, Dover Tinling, who scored 2 goals against Clarkson in that upset last weekend, and Felix Caron out with McDermott and Gilson. And for Harvard, they're starting their second line of Karpa, Callow, Solove, with Morden and Ian Moore. We are underway here at the Houston Fieldhouse. Harvard took on BC on Tuesday, and they found their way up to the Capital Region for this weekend. Here's Callow, a dish out over center, and it's picked up by Gilson to control. Sending that up the wall for Caron. First breakout attempt of the game. He's rubbed out in the neutral zone and is quickly sent in to the Engineers' defensive zone. Here's McDermott waiting for the line change. Here's Beaton coming down the wing. Barging all the way through. A feathered pass, and it just misses the stick of Rollers in front. Langenbrunner picking up the puck and dishing that off the glass for the out. And it's picked up by Miller. Far side for St. Louis, who puts on a move. A second move, and he'll cut through center. Puck's knocked away from his stick. Tipped off of Rollers, and Beaton dumps that in. The Crimson familiar with John Beaton. He scored a double overtime goal against this same squad 2 years ago in the ECAC tournament. Well, Dan, the Engineers have 8 of their next 13 games at home. They don't have the best home record. How important is it to get the wins here at the Fieldhouse?
I think it's going to be real crucial, especially as you're heading into, the end of the season. These are the games you really want to take advantage of playing at home.
Here's Lee, looking for his point man in Smolensky. He'll have to chase the puck down over the blue line. O'Zolins, he'll send that back for Smolensky to carry. He attempted a move. Capper dishes that back for O'Zolins, who controls and looks D to D. Smolensky just out of his reach. They'll tag up. Sullivan carries. A shot through a screen. It hits off McNeil to the back of the cage. Behind the net, and it's kept in by Gilson. Here's McNeil. 1-on-2 with a pass out in front, just out of the reach of Sullivan. And up to Payant to control. So he played baseball with that glove there. Actively using his hand on that play. A one-timer from Brackett comes out to the point. Another 1-T sent wide. Here's Bergmanis, cut to the inside on the backhand, a shot, patted away.
That was a real good save by Koskinen-Vua on that one. And then a block before that by number 23, the forward Guzzo.
Pass out to the point. A shot off a body and knocked down. And controlled at the blue line. The intensity is picked up off the top. Face off here. Tinling is sent hurtling into the bench. That was from Salvatore Guzzo. He initiated contact. Cohane controlling the puck behind his own net. First game back from injury. Puck sent out to O'Zolins, but it's taken away. by Solove. Here's Rollers, marching it over the blue line. Arister on net, the rebound comes out, and it's shut down. Carpa with the play, dumping that over center, off the Midicalo. And again, another battle for the puck in open ice. Here's Callow, battling Rollers, two big bodies behind the net. Carpa jamming away at it as he's closed off by O'Zolins. The puck comes out for Smolenski to play. Too far for the winger. Sent down below the goal line. O'Zolins, a one-touch. Solove's in, but gets his stick knocked away. Smolenski puts on the moves to avoid Miller on the forecheck. O'Zolins with a look for Lee, off his stick. He'll hand that off to Moore. Miller pokes that through for McDermott. McDermott weaves, head on a swivel. He finds his partner, and he'll launch that to Hodson. Over for Tapper. Hodson, a look for Lee, and it just misconnects. Second time the Engineers had a look, Dan.
Yeah, they've been moving the puck real well. As a matter of fact, there's real good pace to this game so far.
Tapper looking far side. A dish across ice on a low percentage opportunity up the boards. Gilson, a wrister. Save, rebound comes out. Oh, and it's cleared. Gilson on his horse to retrieve that over the neutral zone. For McDermott.
Sorry, I was just going to say, Hodson had have been jumping on that. He had a wide open net, but just couldn't get to the puck.
As you mentioned, there's been some pace here as the Crimson wheel out. Here's Miller. A look for Johnson. Now Hughes controls. Hughes and Hodson tied up. Hedu. A wrister that's blocked away. The rebound comes out to Hughes in the slot. Now Johnson controls at the circle. A heavy wrister from Langenbrunner at the point. Tips off a skate and wide. Morden out to Langenbrunner. Here's Johnson at the hashes. The long reach of 22. Wrister from Morden. Giesbrecht gets his first touch of the puck tonight. Here's Gofredo. He'll miss the puck and allow the Crimson to take over. They were looking for the line change. Dumped in by Hughes, and now the Engineers will catch a breather on a 5-man break.
Yeah, unfortunately, Harvard couldn't take advantage of that turnover in the neutral zone. They were looking for a quick transition, but they didn't have anybody open.
How important is it going to be to capitalize on opportunities tonight?
Oh, it'll be real important. I mean, speaking with Coach Ted Donato, Harvard's coach before the game, he's looking for his team to have real good puck management, but use their speed to get on RPI's defense and try to create turnovers and then transition that into offense.
In the shot here, you can see Tinling advancing into the draw. Caron and Brackett lined up to the inside. Trusco will win that draw back, but Bergmanis will control. A look for Brackett on a Hail Mary. Crimson controlling. Guzzo knocked off the puck by Caron. Caron lays the body. Alcoin takes a shot, dropping down from that point position, and Giesbrecht makes the save.
Yeah, there's been good puck movement. Really hasn't been a lot of offensive zone time for either team. It's been a quick shot and then a quick breakout out of the zone for both Harvard and RPI at this point.
Are there any details, if you're either team, you look for right now that's a weakness?
No, I don't see anything out there that's weaknesses, but you know, a couple of times RPI has to manage the puck better in their zone, and then I saw the same in Harvard's zone, where RPI might have gotten a shot or a real good save by Koskin Vua.
Caron undercuts Carpa for that puck. Brackett gets to work, and now Caron, with his chin strap untied, goes to battle. He'll pick up the puck behind the net, puts the brakes on Morden, who ties him up along the glass. And that puck sent out over the stick of O'Zolan's, and on edge, it reaches Giesbredt. He'll cover.
Don't forget, this is the official online store for RPI Athletics at RPIFanshop.com. And remember, Ben & Jerry's is located by Section 21. Stop by.
Well, Dan, in this situation, do you continue to try and stretch the ice? Do you play the way the game's gone for the first 8 minutes, or do you try and set up some ozone time?
You know what? I mean, as far as the breakout is concerned, whether or not you're stretching will depend on how much pressure they're putting on you from a forechecking perspective.
A pass is knocked away and the Crimson take over. Here's Thompson, a shot up into the netting and out of play.
And so far as Harvard's concerned, when there has been a turnover in the offensive zone, they really haven't been able to capitalize from a transition situation where they've gone from defense to offense.
Here's Severo winning that draw forward, but Gilson controls and sends it out on the backhand. Up for Hodson. A tip off the stick, and that'll be offsides. Well, these centers are certainly getting their face-off number boosted here.
Yes, they certainly are. You know, RPI's been just as quick in their defensive zone. Going from the breakout, if there's a turnover, they're quick to go back on defense, transition from offense to defense.
Giesbredt knocks that puck off the glass down to play, and Beaton will send that out for Rollers. It's over his stick. And Giesbredt is forced to play it again. He'll sweep it over to McDermott, who launches that up the boards. Down the Morin for Gagnon. Rollers and Beaton there, but it's picked up by Healy. Healy controls on a few touch passes, and Rollers picks that puck off over the blue line. Looking for Beaton. The pass hits off the stick and away from Koskenbua. Beaton pumps the brakes and gets to work down low. Out to the point. Here's Goffredo, a shot. The rebound comes out, and Tapper can't put it home. Here's Gilson, way down low for Hodson. Looking for holes in the defense. Severo with the stick check. It's knocked out, and Healy will loft that all the way down ice. This will be an icing. So face-off for the Engineers now in the Crimson end.
Yeah, good recovery there by Healy to get back. He had been headed up ice when his defensive partner with the puck created that turnover, and it was a 3-on-2. Koskenbua was there for the save.
Lee, Hodson, and Tapper remain on the ice. Tapper on the inside with that right shot. One back. Hodson was there but couldn't pull the puck in, and it's sent all the way down the ice for Agnew to chase. Number 6 for the Engineers getting some reps here. He'll slide that off for Lee, who tries a bounce pass off the boards to himself. Here's Moore controlling out. Off the skate of Bergmanis. But Johnson gets a piece of it. For Duke to send around the boards, it's Moore dropping down low. He's tied up with Agnew. Bergmanis is there to support, and he'll come away with the puck. Off the heel and out of the zone. Over the stick of Moore. Tapper's in on the forecheck. Morden controls as it swings around to the left side of the ice. Smolenski digs. Caron lands a hit, and Giesbredt plays the puck behind the net. A stretch pass to Payen. He's in. Arister over the net, and St. Louis controls. Thought it might have gone over the goaltender and behind him, but it just went over the net. Here's Guzzo.
Just going to say, great job by RPI in that stretch pass.
We haven't seen them do that too often this season. A pass to center and it's knocked away. O'Zolan's out to Smolenski. Here's McNeil out on the backhand for Sullivan. We'll send this off to O'Zolan's. He'll dump in for the change, and Sullivan's the first man in. A flyer and a shot that was going wide is gloved by Koskin Bua.
Hey fans, come on down to Ryan's Wing after the game and enjoy great food and drinks.
Stick with us, folks, through an intense ECAC matchup. Plenty on deck coming up. We'll be back at the end of this break.
This is GE Vernova, helping generate and move the energy that our world needs. Welcome to a new era of energy.
I wasn't born a leader.
It wasn't given to me.
I couldn't buy it.
How'd I get here?
I decided.
I decided.
I decided.
I decided.
Decide to lead as an Army officer.
The Crimson win this off the draw, and the Engineers will play it from their own blue line. Heavy checks along the Crimson bench. Harvard head coach Ted Donato with a good view of the battle there. Crimson coming away with it. Here's Healy. He looks for a coin. And Caron will send the puck deep into Harvard territory. A soft touch pass is broken up and taken away by the Engineers as they dump this in. Caron with a heavy check on a coin. Callow over the blue line. Arister just wide. Here's Callow. Battling with rollers at the bend of the wall. Up for Beaton. Over a stick. And it's dumped in further for Beaton to chase down. Sent up for Thompson. Off his stick. A soft pass over. And McDermott will control the puck.
I don't think he realized he had Matthew Morton, one of the D-men for Harvard, coming up on his left side, but he went to the right side with it.
It's been a game of close calls so far as Thompson chases this puck down. Severo off the cycle. Thompson. Arister to the crest. 31 of Giesbrecht. He'll make the save.
Good play by Thompson. He looked towards the defense as if he was going to make the pass over to Langenbrunner, who was sitting at the top of the zone, waiting for the one-timer, but he shot towards the net, and Giesbrecht was there. Square to the puck. Easy save for him.
There's Lucas St. Louis lining up for the draw. Hughes at the center dot. He'll have to battle Lee, who is one of the leaders in the ECAC in faceoffs. Currently 7th in the league, winning 55% of his draws. Hey Duke, down low off the stick of O'Zolan's, and Johnson will cycle that down low. Lee tied up with Hughes, Hey Duke, and Smolenski getting into it. Puck stumped down low for O'Zolan's. He'll dish that off the wall. Tapper tries to get around St. Louis. He'll dish that off. Hodson gets a shot, and it's blockered out of play.
Nice play by Hodson. Quick puck movement, doesn't waste any time, gets that shot on goal, and Koskinen-Vua had to be real quick with the blocker.
This is the best start we've seen from the Engineers so far this season.
I agree. They've been moving their feet. They've got good pace to the game. Harvard Young are pretty quick as themselves, and RPI is right there with them.
Here's McNeil and Tresca taking the face-off. Healy will control off that. Harvard winning and getting to work, but McDermott cuts the puck off. McDermott with the dump in. Payette at F3 is able to keep the pressure. Healy, a sweep to the opposite side of the ice. He was looking for Lyons. Koskinen-Vua trying to corral the puck a little bit off the stick of Guzzo, and that'll be another ice on the Crimson.
Oh, we'll see if RPI can take advantage of this offensive zone face-off. Set something up for an offensive opportunity off the draw.
Here's Tinling going to war for that puck, but Healy again controls off the draw. And a soft dish is broken up down center. Here's Tinling, who scored 2 goals in that upset against Clarkson last weekend. Off his taking over for the Crimson to control. And this will be a draw all the way down ice.
Well, the last face-off here with these two. Tresca won it. Tied up Tingling's stick and then won it with his feet.
Junior from Newton, Mass, doing a good job off the draws early in this contest. He'll win another one off to Healy. And now Guzzo carries out. A dump and change for the Crimson. The Carpa line out. Bergmanis will send that to Brackett off his stick. And the Crimson try and jump off that play, but couldn't get numbers in time. Here's Moore to the blue line. That's Solove. Soft dish back for Carper. Here's Moore, a wrister. He scores! Ian Moore, 1-0 Harvard Crimson.
Well, that was just a great play by Carpa. He had a winger going to the net, and what happened when you go to the net like that, it pushed back the D for RPI, which opened up the space for Moore, who just took a real nice shot. Looked like it was over the glove of Giesbrecht, and RPI's up Harvard's up 1-0 here.
A high-intensity first period. First goal of the contest as the Crimson draw first blood. Here's O'Zolins in to track the puck back into his own end for the quick breakout. Off to Beaton. The Engineers with some offense here. In response, the puck comes loose out of Koskinen-Vua's glove, and a few bodies are there in the crease.
Well, that's what you like to see from RPI. You got a shot on goal, and they're going to the net. You need bodies getting to the net there in case there's a rebound, but Koskinen-Vua, I think he trapped it between his blocker arm, and the body.
Rollers lines up against Severo off the draw. Gilson off to McDermott. He'll sweep that back to Gilson. Off the glass and up for Beaton. Beaton sends that into the Crimson bench, out of play. 5:05 remaining in the first period, and boy, it's been on premium gas.
Harvard rolled 2 more from 59 Carlin and 25 Soloway at 14:25.
Here's Lee and Severo lined up as Lee, Hodson, and Tapper come onto the ice for the Engineers. Here's Langenbrunner, the Bruins draft selection. Off to Miller. Miller can't control. Hodson, a dish back for McDermott. Sent wide to Gilson. Tapper controls. Sends it off to Hodson. Off his stick on the hard hands. Here's Severo. A look for Miller. Soft touch to St. Louis. A shot flutters off the stick and wide. Here's Thompson. Thompson, soft touch. 2 backhand passes get cut off, and now it's a 3-on-2 for the Engineers. Here's Tapper. He'll toe drag a shot and shoot wide. And it comes all the way out of the zone for Miller to control 1-on-1. He'll pump the brakes and look for an opening. Here's Moore. Dead center. A shot goes wide from Johnson and out of play.
Wow, that was just a great play by the forward Miller, who just delayed. Harvard was in a line change as he was headed through the neutral zone. He delayed long enough, and nice offensive play with a good opportunity, but Johnson rips that thing wide and into the netting.
Close call for the Engineers, facing a 1-0 deficit. Faceoffs won by the Crimson, and they dance at the blue line. A shot hits the pads of Giesbredt and bounces off. No one's there for the rebound. Puck off the back of the cage. Here's Payette. Out for McNeil. A pass high. Up and out of the zone. Here's Moore on his horse to retrieve. Up the wall for Morden to Hayduke. Off the linesman. Both teams will go to battle for the puck, but the whistle's blown. Hughes and McNeil getting into it.
Got caught up in Noah's skate. Mike North, the son of former ECAC official Mike North, who's in the crowd. Mike North Sr., that is.
A lot of former ECAC hockey representation here tonight, Dan.
Yes, definitely.
Here's McDermott off the stick of Brackett for Koskenbua to play. Here's Aucoin. He'll hurl that into the offensive end. Tresca on McDermott. Up the wall. Aucoin. Arister, Giesbredt blockers that away. Here's Lyons around for Guzzo. Gilson ties his man up. Tinling, a backhand to circle the zone. Caron up the wall. He's got numbers. McDermott across for Tinling. Tinling weaves in and out. Arister stays on the ice. Here's Aucoin, shaking and baking. Off to Healy. A pass that hits off the skates of Gagnon. Now for Aucoin again. Looking for options 200 feet down ice. Crimson with a slow change. And they're in over the blue line. Callow looking for a man down low. It's broken up. The Langenbrunner's long reach keeps the puck in the zone. Carpa to Solovey looking for a man in front. That was Callow just wide. And Goffredo takes a monster hit. And that'll be a penalty on Cohane. Oh boy, the intensity's ramping up, Dan.
Yeah, Teddy Donato doesn't like that call.
Figured the Caron hit in the first period looked very similar.
He's going to get called for elbowing on that.
Goffredo took that hit. Here's the replay, folks.
Oh. Okay.
Well, the Engineers will take what they can get. Down 1-0. It's their first man advantage of the contest.
Harvard penalty to number 5, Sean Cohane. He receives 2 minutes for that penalty, 17 minutes.
Off the draw, Hayduke flies in 1-on-1, looking for a shot on net. Bergmanis knocks the puck away. Here's the Engineers rush up ice. Here's Bergmanis over the blue line. Heel to toe. He'll send it around the boards for Tinling. Tinling walks down the wall. Puck's knocked through his legs by Morden's long reach. Sent up the opposite way for Bergmanis to control. Here's Hodson, looking for options, crawling down the circle. Pass through, there were bodies there. Bergmanis, he'll keep. Hodson at the point. Look for the pass, look for the shot. Puck rolls off his stick. Karpaz sends that out for the penalty kill change.
Well, when you're on the power play, you want to create lanes and create opportunities in space. You don't want to force plays through legs or anything like that, because you'll have turnovers like what happened right there.
Last minute, final minute of play in the period.
Here's Beaton with some speed. And that's broken up by Langenbrunner. Now moving in 2-on-1 with Thompson. Here's Thompson, a shot. He scores! And Thompson makes this a 2-0 game with a shorthanded goal.
Well, that was just a great play by Thompson, accelerating through the neutral zone, using his, was a 2-on-1, using his partner as a decoy. And I don't know if that went off the defender's stick, off the 2-on-1. That was Gilson out there. But anyways, that thing went top shelf, short side over the blocker of Giesbrecht.
Johnson sends that down ice, a shot on Giesbrecht. 38 seconds remaining in the period, 32 on the power play. Here's Gilson. Head manning. Soft dish back for Caron. A look for McDermott. Johnson gets his stick involved. And the puck's eventually sent down ice. Here's Giesbrecht. He'll touch that back for Gilson. Gilson weaves. And he's got McDermott in stride. McDermott, heel to toe. A shot on net. Koskenbua makes the save. Up the wall. Here's Gilson. 2 seconds on. A shot. Koskenbua makes the save at the buzzer. 2-0 Harvard Crimson at the end of the first here.
Well, I thought both teams came out with a lot of energy. Skating, making good plays, passing. Some good physical play, and Harvard has the advantage here, scoring on a couple of real good offensive opportunities.
And we'll have head coach Dave Smith with us in a moment as our crew gets him set up down at the benches. Thanks for joining us, Dave. Did you prepare any differently to face Harvard tonight?
No.
I tell you what, you guys have come out with real good energy. The passing has been crisp. You're moving your feet. Other than the fact that they've scored on a couple of opportunities, I think you got to be happy with the way the guys are playing so hard.
Yeah, I think we've got the right effort and attitude. I think our mindset right from the get-go was very, very good. I'd like to see just a little bit more desperation on some plays that feel like nothing plays that turned into chances against. But I thought we were dialed in pretty good. We got to stay the course. We got to get a couple goals to even it up before we can get into the lead.
Are you looking for any fine detail changes going into the second period?
Well, I thought we had a lot of good offensive zone time, but we didn't win enough offensive zone faceoffs. I think that's something that, when we are generating chances to the net and we get second chances or faceoffs, it's a scoring chance if we can win those faceoffs. So that's something that we want to improve upon.
Thank you for joining us.
Thanks.
So they're looking for more in the second period, down 2-0 here at the Houston Fieldhouse. We got a car on the ice, Dan, and highlights to go with it.
Ryan will get 3 pucks to shoot. And if one of them goes to that center hole in the board, he'll win himself a lease on that beautiful Honda.
Well, this is where they were motoring through the neutral zone. And I guess we're going to break.
Oh. Here's our highlights from the first period, folks. Thanks for sticking with us through that. A lot of good action here.
Yes, I mean, Koskenbua has been playing real well. You can see why he's an NHL draft choice for the Vancouver Canucks. And he's been standing tall, but as Coach Smith says, he'd like to see a little bit more desperation off of plays where, there's one there that goes off the blocker. Real good shot by Hodson. There's the first goal of the game by Moore as he comes into the zone late. Goes over the glove hand of Giesbrecht.
Like a free, an open puck. Koskinen made the save initially. The puck came loose, but that was whistled down.
And there's that hit along the wall. Put RPI in the power play. And there's the second goal over the blocker of Giesbrecht. And our Harvard leads it 2-0.
12 minutes, folks. Stay with us here for more ECAC hockey action.
boundary-pushing change agents. We do what it takes to make things happen together. It's our collaborative spirit that sparks creativity and pushes us to think beyond ourselves. We're scrappy and unabashedly enthusiastic about our passions and projects. We are hardened for the havoc of change. We know it isn't easy, that theories can fail and world-changing can feel futile. But that's the calm before the storm. The breath you take before you break through. Small change comes from asking why. Changing the world comes from asking, why not? That's the question we ask everyone, from freshmen to faculty. It's the question that fuels us to find the next new. The question we ask you, why not change the world?
Now, more than ever, technology drives innovation. But innovation won't change the world if it never leaves the lab. At Rensselaer Polytechnic Institute's Lally School of Management, we push the cutting edge into everyday life. Lally is located in an international hub of biotech, clean energy, artificial intelligence, and semiconductor manufacturing, with easy access to New York City and everything the Northeast has to offer. Our campus culture, rooted in clubs, honor societies, social and athletic traditions, and advanced approaches to art and entertainment, helps us expand our networks, stay well, and let loose. RPI was the first technological university in the Western Hemisphere. We've been changing the world for more than 200 years, and we're not stopping now. Lally students and faculty are immersed in an environment of creativity and discovery. You'll work side by side with scientists and engineers to turn technological advances into products and services that address tomorrow's challenges. Our Office of Strategic Alliances and Translation builds bridges between research and business. A student-managed fund and incubators on campus and in our home city offer leadership and entrepreneurship experience before you even graduate. The world is on the verge of transformations in computing, medicine, sustainability, and industry. Uniquely positioned at the frontier of business, science, and technology, Lally is ready to lead, and we want you with us. Guide the cutting edge. Apply today and join us.
Welcome back to the Houston Fieldhouse, where the Engineers trail 0-2. The Harvard Crimson jumping on rush plays in the first period to capitalize and score not 1 but 2 goals in the first period, Dan. What do the Engineers have to do differently?
Well, you know what? I just think they have to, as Coach Smith said there after the first period, get a little desperation to their game. They're down by 2 right now. They gave up a 5-on-5, and then what you don't want to do when they had the power play, gave up a shorty. You just have to continue to get the puck in deep, work these D, and take some shots, go to the net. I mean, the goaltender, Koskinen has played very, very well so far, so you got to get one by him. You got to get some traffic in front of the net. A lot of that has to do with winning faceoffs in the offensive zone and good puck management.
And we're off in period number 2 as Felix Caron plays the puck off the draw, and he gets to work to send that deeper. Pass off to Tinling. Tinling tries to scoop that against the boards. Puck comes out to Karpa through the slot, and now it's a 3-on-2 for the Crimson the other way. A high shot over, hits the glass and comes out of the zone. Tinling chases that down. Here's Brackett off to Tinling. A look for the point. Karpa breaks that up and hits Callow in stride. Callow to the slot. A shot goes wide. Here's Karpa out to the point. A shot, a look on that pass to Solove. Tinling tries to play that, but it's sent all the way down ice.
What a great move he put on Gaffredo. That was Callow.
Here's Thompson, who scored the shorthanded goal. Off to St. Louis. He looks for that dump in, but it's picked off by Gilson. Turnstiled in by Gagnon. Up the wall. Here's Gagnon. An open net. Koskinen makes the save.
Well, that was created by Koskinen. Gave that puck up to Jake Gagnon along the boards, and he tried to rifle it into the open net right here, and Koskinen got back just in time.
And the intensity continues here at the Houston Fieldhouse. A strong first period from both teams. Trading chances here in the second. High shot off the waffle board and out of play. Boy, they're getting up and down the ice in a hurry tonight.
Yeah, they are. And I mean, they were real fortunate there. Michael Callow went in, put the move on Gaffredo and went to his forehand, being a right-hand shot, and he just ripped that just high and wide on Giesbrecht.
See Healy at the point there. Ozolins and Lee at the draw. Smolenski moves to the inside. A shot low. That's a save for Giesbrecht. Lee out to Tapper. Tapper carries, looking for the soft pass through the legs of Aucoin. It's broken up by Healy. Out for Hayduke. Hayduke, 1-on-3. He moves down the wing. Corrals that. Swings around the zone. Just off the stick of Lee to Moore. They're forced to regroup and change. Smolenski off the bench boards to Hodson on his forehand. Hodson, a shot through. He's got a new stick. And an errant pass by Lee comes out to Johnson. Crimson moving with numbers out. Soft touch in. And a lead there for Guzzo. He's rubbed out of the play by Ozolins as Lee and Ozolins get to work behind the net. Loose puck picked up. Sent off the glass to the point. It's gloved down for the Crimson to regroup. Here's Moore over the blue line, a shot. Blockered away again by Giesbrecht from range. And the Crimson keep. Here's Lyons, cross ice. A glove save by Giesbrecht.
Hey, if you're thinking of buying or selling a home, contact Jolene Holmes.
Nice play by Treska to get that shot off. The Lions making the play. The offensive zone.
331-15.
Great glove save by
Top
Giesbrecht.
sales team in Rensselaer County.
This feels like a game that if the Engineers can score, they can really be right in the mix of it.
Definitely. They need to get something going here. Change the momentum.
Callow and Carpa on the ice for the Crimson, making things happen in the corner. Out to St. Louis, Arister, and that's blocked down by Gofredo, who carries out. He'll send a UFO into the offensive end. Beaton tried to bring that out in front. Koskandua said no. Gofredo across to Bergmanis. Arister, low, the rebound comes out. Gofredo is shot. Koskandua makes the stop. Carpa sends that way up and over for Bergmanis to control.
Both these goaltenders out here this evening are 6'4" in the pipes, Giesbrecht and Koskandua.
Height is certainly a factor in the crease tonight. Two big goaltenders in net for both respective teams. The Engineers and Crimson looking for all the points they can in the middle of the ECAC conference and a tightly packed conference. Sullivan sends that low. For Piant, an open Gilson. He looks for the wrister, it's blocked away by Moore. Now out is Morden jumping into the offense. He's got room, a shot. Giesbrecht jumps over to make the stop.
Good save by Giesbrecht there on the D who jumped up into play, Matthew Morden.
At 6'4", Morden is also listed as 6'4". He's a big defender for the Crimson.
Well, the only one back there on the back end for Harvard that's under 6 feet is St. Louis, Lucas St. Louis. It's 5'11".
Tall defense for the Crimson. They have trees, not bushes. A pass through off the skate of Alcoin. Healy sends to Thompson. Healy and Brackett getting caught up at center. To Caron skates off the boot. Miller tries to shovel that through. It's jettisoned to Thompson. A high pass flutters off the stick of Severo, who tried to knock that down. Here's Smolensky. A sauce to Caron. Miscalculated. Miller swerves and hits Langenbrunner in stride, but Thompson was offsides.
RPI having a little trouble here in the second period. Early on, getting through the neutral zone. Harvard playing some good defense in the neutral zone and transitioning that into one pass, and they're off to the races.
St. Louis takes a shot from Agnew. Whistle's blown for offsides. Dan, how do you approach in-game adjustments when Harvard clearly has made the adjustments to advance the puck through the neutral zone?
Well, a lot of that comes from the eye in the sky. I always found it difficult to make adjustments from what I was seeing on the bench because, you know, you're doing your line matchups, you're making sure that you got the right D out there and paying attention, making sure that you're executing your systems. So it's usually the guy, the eye in the sky, that will let you know what kind of adjustments need to be made where you might be giving up some space or opportunities offensively.
Rollers with a shot off the side of the net. He's first on and pokes that to McDermott. Rolls over his stick. He sends a flutter pass. And it's broken up by Hughes. Hughes, a wrister on the curl shot to the corner. That's Guzzo. He'll turn towards the boards and throw that down for Johnson. Past his stick for Gagnon. over the red line to Moore. Dump over for Agnew. He's played strong as the extra skater for the Engineers tonight. McDermott lofts that over to Agnew. Off the stick of Brackett and now into the zone for Koskinen to play. Puck open behind the net. A look in front. A few bodies there. Bergmanis, a one-timer going wide. Goffredo tries to slap it to keep it in. Lyons on his horse, chasing down Goffredo, who falls to the ice. That's an opening. Brackett collects. A quick out to Bergmanis, who jumps into the offense. Moore dishing that out to the blue line. It's over. Closed off. In zone 2-on-2. Bergmanis, another wrister wide. Apologies, that was Brackett. Bergmanis with the puck right now, swerving into the lane. Over the stick of Lee, out to Payette. A shot off the post! Here's Truska sending that to Moore in his own zone as they look to get this puck out for the change.
Great shot by Payette. He's just sent that high. He knew traffic would be in front of the goaltender for Harvard, Koskinen, and that just went off the post over the glove hand.
Payette looking for his 4th career goal. Was robbed by the post. Here's Karpa, a nice move to the inside, a wrister to the glass and wide. Here's Hodson. Hard on the forecheck. Back to O'Zolins and Goffredo. Goffredo down Santa Claus Lane, off the stick of Lee. Down for Tapper to control. He battles 1-on-2 in the corner. He flipped his stick to try and shovel that up to Hodson. And Cohane controls, and he'll send that around the boards for the Crimson breakout. Not if Tapper has an answer for it. Off his stick out to Smolenski. He'll dump it in for the change. McNeil swerves to keep that and sends it down the wall. A flutter is sent over to the logo at center end, sent back in by the Engineers. McNeil with the body along the wall. And that's closed out again by the Crimson. Here's Gilson. He'll stand back to stay at the point as the puck battle is won by the Engineers in the corner. Here's Rollers. Out to McDermott. Pumping the brakes, looking for Gilson. Deep at the blue line. A shot hits off the stick of Karpa and goes wide. A bouncer off the boards. And Solove beats out the icing.
Yeah, he had the motor going there. Gilson tried to cut him off. Had to be careful not to take an interference penalty.
Here's Thompson around. At the top of the circles. He'll dish that off and recollect on a passing catch. Around for Miller. Leafs prospect pumping the brakes. Cutting to the inside, off his stick to Thompson. Like Sharks, the Crimson control on that play. But Gagnon gets it out of the zone. Severo monitors over the blue line for Langenbrunner, who sends that deep for Thompson. Thompson hustled by Goffredo. Out for Bergmanis. Up the wall for Tinling. He had Payette streaking. He'll opt to carry it himself and dump it far corner. St. Louis on the backhand. Off to Moore, who wins out the puck battle. For Miller. Miller a soft touch and change. Sent down ice off the stick of Lee. Moore sends that off to Morden. And back to the captain. Morden hitting Thompson in stride. Another curl and drag shot. As Hayduk got tied up. A stick in the skates, no call there. Here's Tapper, 3-on-2. A look, but it's broken up by Healy. Strong play from number 9. Hodson carries that out of the zone. 2 men run into each other, and the Crimson can't jump on that opportunity. O'Zolan's off to Gilson. Off the wall, here's Tapper. Four bodies on the right side of the ice for the Engineers. As Johnson tries to cut off Gilson for a fast break, he's closed off and dumped by Hughes. Johnson getting involved as well. Agnew out to Gagnon, Arister, blocked away by Koskenvuo. Out to Agnew again, off to Gilson. Wasn't strong enough on that pass, and it's batted out of the zone. Agnew a shot off the glove and down Koskenvuo. Not a lot of time to think out there, Dan.
Nope, the puck is moving very, very quickly. And it always will move quicker than players.
Here's Bergmanis with some jump. He circles, a soft pass off the stick of McNeil and over the net. Cross-ice look for Bergmanis. McNeil is there and closes out Morden, but Healy motors out. Here's Healy. Down center, a shot off the shoulder of Giesbrecht.
He looked like he had some trouble tracking that.
Sent in by Lions. Gofredo there, one-on-one against Truska. McNeil comes in to support, and another two-on-two battle along the boards. The two Crimson players go down like Humpty Dumpty. Kohane a move at the point. The puck flutters just wide of that top shelf, and the Crimson draw a penalty on this play.
Harvard had them hemmed in pretty good. And there was a cross check in front of the net. That's going to be Bergmanis sitting for 2 minutes or less as we go to break.
Let's go break. Direct your attention to the border of the ice, and it's time to find puck net game pucks. Just participating in this contest for the evening. Watch where it starts. See where it ends up. Spinning around. Quickness. Keep your eye on your choice. Now we're very active in participating in finding puck net pucks.
Welcome back, folks, to RPI Hockey on ESPN. Matthew Mugno and Dan Fridgen. The Crimson have a power play here. Marville's Bergmanis sitting in the box as St. Louis carries through center for Crimson. Dish off to Thompson, and that's out to the point. They keep it along the wall, Brackett disrupting play. Thompson coming away with the puck, circling around and sending this off to St. Louis. Puck to Healy, who scored against BC on Tuesday on the man advantage. Here's Healy, controlling at the circle. Out to St. Louis, a one-timer that screams wide.
What a rebound off the glass, comes right back to the slot.
A one-timer down center, and Giesbrecht makes his stop.
Oh, that was a great save by Giesbrecht. Nice set up there by Harvard.
A sauce out to St. Louis. Arister knocked down, high slot, and it's controlled by Miller. Miller Has an eye on St. Louis up top. Healy a one-timer, and it's blocked away. That's Agnew on the ice. He was shaken up by the play. The rebound comes into the crease, and it's knocked to the side of the net. Here's Thompson out to St. Louis at the point. Out to Miller. Looking Healy again. Healy curls a sauce across to Miller. A dish out in front. Thompson scores. Mick Thompson with his second goal of the game on special teams. 3-0 Crimson.
Well, that was just a real good setup on the power play. It went from the board side. Healy with a nice saucer pass through the slot area. Then down low to Thompson. And last time he went to the slot for the one-timer. This time he keeps it himself and stuffs it in. He's got a shorthanded goal and a power play goal tonight for his 4th goal of the season.
Replay on your left, folks. Live action on your right. 4:42 remaining in the second frame. Out to McDermott, who sends that off the glass on the backhand. Morden and Beaton chasing down the puck. Here's Rollers. Out to the high slot. Gilson tries to keep it in, as well as Gagnon. But Morden comes away with the puck again. Moore slaps that off the glass down ice for McDermott, who's hustled by Solovey. Solovey controlling now. A strong forecheck from this Crimson unit. A look for Karpa, who's tied up. Puck goes over the stick of Morden and down ice. Here's Langenbrunner, Boston Bruins draft selection. He's played in 81 career games for the Crimson. Sent all the way down ice, and we'll have an icing at the 3:30 mark of the second period. The Engineers' penalty kill was operating at 71.8% coming into this game. That was 11th in the ECAC. They had better ranks in most other categories, including face-off win percentage, block shots, and goals, where they rank in the top 5. And they've also scored the most goals in the conference, but have allowed the most as well. Hodson's closed down in the corner. Langenbrunner picking up the puck, looking for Hayduk. Bergmanis cuts that off. He works down low with Lee. Jacob Lee sends that low for Hodson. He receives the puck on the forehand, looking for Lee, and Hayduk comes away with the rubber. Langenbrunner, a slap shot in from the red line, and Gofredo operates with a man on. Off his stick, Piant carries over the blue line. He wipes out in the corner with Alcoin on, and Healy picks up. Here's Healy, a backhand dish, 4-on-2. A shot tipped on Giesbrecht, he makes the stop. Bergmanis ties his man up, Tinling up the wall. A look for Tapper. Alcoin, a slap shot in. The Harvard Crimson playing pinball. Alcoin, a shot. The rebound comes out, swept on net, save, Giesbrecht. Out to Alcoin over his stick. Tapper tries to get in between two guys. Tinling wrapped up. Tapper again the first on the forecheck, hacking away at Alcoin. And now O'Zolan's around his own cage, up the left flank. A misconnect on the pass from Sullivan to Tapper, but Smolenski takes a shot from the wing. McNeil down low, up to Sullivan. Out to Caron. A shot from the point is snared by Koskenbua. Some extracurriculars in the crease.
Well, Well, according to statistics, that's 18th shot on goal by RPI. Late here in the second period.
And the Engineers have struggled at home this season, Dan, and they currently look at a 3-0 deficit after 2 fantastic weekends of play. Both parties battle at the boards. Miller coming away with the puck on the reach. He'll circle the net and look for options. Cross ice. He has Thompson. Thompson, a toe drag on his backhand, a dish out below the circles to Miller. Shot from the point. It's blocked away.
Final minute. Last minute of the period.
Miller dumps this puck into the zone for Thompson, who's the first man on. He tries to sweep that over the circles, and it's cut off. Here's Jack Brackett taking a hit to make the play. Here's McDermott. Going through the traffic cones, he finds himself as the first man in. Caron's there, doing battle. Langenbrunner tying things up along the boards. 35 seconds remaining in the second frame. Karpa to Morden, beaten on. Langenbrunner again controlling. That's sent down ice for O'Zolins to play. Gilson handles around a forechecker. Morden stymieing that play at center. Here's Rollers tagging up on the offsides with 7 seconds remaining. The Crimson have a 2-on-1. Here's Callow, a shot. Just over the rebound. Sullivan scores as time runs out. And the Crimson take the life from the Houston Fieldhouse with the buzzer beater.
Well, that looked like Callow was going to get that goal, but it just didn't have enough to get across the goal line. But I don't know if it crossed the goal line first, but with Callow's shot, but Solove was there to make sure it went across the line.
And they'll have a face-off at center with a half a second on the clock remaining. So the Engineers head into the third period down 4-0 here on home ice. The Crimson taking advantage of their opportunities. Well, Captain Jake Gagnon on in a few moments. Sorry, Dan.
Oh, that's okay. Certainly a tough one there to give up with, I think there was 1.5 seconds left on the clock where that puck jumped across into the offensive zone to create that 2-on-1 with Harvard capitalizing, and it's 4-0.
And we'll have Jake on in a moment. Jake, thanks for joining us. Oh, we'll see if he can hear us. Jake, can you hear us?
Yeah.
What does your team have to do to get back into this contest?
We just got to continue doing some stuff. We're starting to get more pucks on net and just manage the puck better at the blue lines.
Yeah, I figured that is just as far as your puck management is concerned, but you've had some good offensive pressure, and you seem to be moving your feet with some real good pace. You just need to make sure you capitalize on, execute on opportunities that you get.
Yeah, exactly. I think just continuing to put pucks on net, and hopefully one will go our way, and we start to build some momentum.
Thanks for joining us, Jake.
Thank you.
And we'll be back for the third period of action. We have highlights for you first. That was that chance by Callow at the start of the second period, and I think that set the tone for the rest of the 20 minutes.
Yeah, he ripped that one wide as he came to the, well, actually, on that one. There's a glove save by Giesbrecht.
Check your pucks.
As it was headed over his shoulder. Good opportunity there by Goffredo. Koskenveos really played tall when he's had to be there for Harvard. There's that shot that went right off the post. I think that was Payant that took that shot.
That's as close as it gets.
Yes. I think it was 2-0 at that point. There's another one that just goes over the net.
5 seconds to get out of that stadium.
And there's the goal here to put them up 3-0. Thompson basically, instead of going to the slot, took that shot himself.
He's got a power play goal and a shorthanded goal in this game.
Yeah, that was his second goal of the evening. And then late in the period, the 2-on-1.
Congratulations, you're the winner.
It looked like Carroll, but so Solove is the one that puts it away right there.
Solove gets a give me to conclude the period, and now RPI faces a 4-0 deficit heading into the third period. We'll be back in 12 minutes, folks, for more ECAC action. Welcome back to RPI Hockey on ESPN. Matthew Mugno alongside Dan Fridgen. The Engineers looking up at a scoreboard that reads 4-0 and not in their favor. RPI is 1-6-1 in their last 8 games played against Harvard, including the 2022 ECAC quarterfinal, where they lost the series 2-1, and at home they're 3-6-6 against the visiting Crimson. Dan, when you're down 4-0, do you just think about the next play?
Well, actually, just think about the next shift. You get an opportunity to get out there, and it's about building momentum. You know you're going to have some sort of push. You know, they've hit the post. They've come so close. They just need to capitalize here. But you just go shift by shift, build some momentum, and then you just keep trying to carry it out. But you got to get some offensive pressure, get some good shots. Traffic here because Koskinen has been seeing the puck, and he's a pretty good goaltender. You know, he's got a, let's see, a 90% save percentage. So they've just got to find a way to break that 0 that's up on the scoreboard right now.
And we saw they came back in that game against UNH. They've only played, this is the 3rd game in about 2 months, including the Christmas break. Here's Rollers, a shot wide. Koskinen forced to glove that down at the side of the net. Looked a little bit uncomfortable on that stride he took towards the post. And Dan, 8, including this game, 8 of the next 13 are at home. After this game, 7 of the next 13, and one of those is the Mayor's Cup, which won't count as a conference game against Union. But how important is it to make your nest a place that you defend and make it hard for your opponent to play against you?
Well, I think it's, you know, you want teams to know that you're coming into the Houston Fieldhouse here on the campus of RPI. You're in for a battle, and that's the mindset that you have to have, and it's got to permeate throughout the whole team. And they came out with real good pace and good energy. They just didn't turn it up a couple of notches as far as executing is concerned on the offense. But they got, sorry, they got 19 minutes here to get something going.
As Dan alluded to, plenty of time in this hockey game to get something going as Tinling drives down the left wing. Brackett a shot off a block. Here's Goffredo at the goal line. He circles the net, tries to feather a pass through, and it's the Crimson coming away with it. That's Miller. A touch by Payette, who hit the crossbar in the second period. A curl pass out to Brackett, who looks back door. Here's Gilson, a shot. Koskinen making the stop, and he takes a whack down low.
Oh, good play by Gilson. Get that puck on net. You got Payette right there, trying to take his eyes away, and Johnny on the spot for a rebound, which Koskinen didn't give up.
Koskinen making the stop there. Here's the replay. And we'll have a face-off to the left of the keeper. That's Hughes winning it back for Healy. Caron wasn't able to knock the puck down. Hey Duke has it poked away, and Aucoin has to play it all the way back. McDermott, a shot, tipped on net. A shot, McNeil gets through and wide. Squeaked under the pad, but wide of the net. Here's Tapper down center lane. A one-time wrister. Save Koskinen.
Tapper would like to have that one back. I don't think he got all of it.
And Tapper has been a goal scorer for this Engineer squad this year. A shot, far pad. You could hear the thud on it as it rolled out for McDermott to play. Here's McDermott down Main Street. And Moore keeps it as Guzzo rubs out McDermott. Moore, far side for Lions. Here's Smolenski, off to Rollers. Touch pass to Beaton with the head of steam. On his forehand to the point. Smolenski controls. Out to Ozolins. At the top of the circle is a shot. Rollers. Gretzky's office to Smolenski. A high shot. Glove. And it's over the goal line. The Engineers score.
Well, there was a lot of action there.
And it looks like Gagnon was the last to touch it.
Well, that's certainly what RPI needed to get on the board and get something going here offensively. And that's really tough to see. Oh yeah, he backhanded it in. Great play.
It looked like it was not fully over the goal line, and then he threaded it through his legs on the backhand. So the Engineers cut the lead now to 3. Early in this third period. Here's Sullivan back to his defense for the regroup. And he can't control over the blue line. Back for O'Zolins to play. Well, Dan, they say announcers curse. I think you gave him some good juju on that. You mentioned plenty of time left in this game. 2 minutes later, they find the back of the net.
Well, this is where it's real important, where the next shift after a goal, you got to keep that momentum going all the way through your lineup. 1 right through 4 as far as the lines are concerned. But now we have some time for out-of-town scoreboard.
Dan's favorite part of the night, folks.
Over at Union, it's 2-0 for Dartmouth. And Cornell is leading Princeton at the end of the second period, 4-1. Clarkson leading Yale at the end of the second period, 4-2. Colgate up on Quinnipiac, 3-2 at the end of the second. And St. Lawrence and Brown are tied at 2 at the end of the second period.
Some great conference action tonight. We're in the full slate of conference play. As Gagnon, his goal is announced to the field house. Moore sending that off the skate at Goffredo. Here's Thompson down the left wing. He banks that off the backboards, and it's out over the blue line for Moore to control. He sends a free play for RPI as they regroup. The Hughes line out for the Crimson. Tinling in over the blue line. Here's Morton to Moore. Moore high off the glass. Trying to look for Johnson on the out. And it goes out of play into the Engineers bench. So this will be a draw down ice. You're looking for a drawn up play here if it's at the Harvard blue line?
Not on the offensive zone. No. I mean, you're looking to just draw it back, go D to D, and then get the puck deep. And hopefully it'll come around the beaten side.
Great catch there from head coach Dave Smith.
That was a good catch. Showing off his softball skills.
Glove save, Coach Smith. Draw will be back in the neutral zone. Rollers is sent out for Beaton for a stick infraction on the draw. One back by the Crimson to Healy. Over to Aucoin, back to Healy, D to D. Hey Duke, in one stride, picks that up, the rebound out. Bergman has lost his stick in the process. Rollers on the backhand, he'll clear it.
And if the fans at home are wondering if that's the same Healy that played at RPI, graduated in 1998, Eric Healy, yes, that's his son, number 9, Ryan Healy, for the Hartford Crimson.
I'm very fortunate to have the human RPI Rolodex next to me. Pass out to Hughes, a shot high. Giesbrecht doesn't whip on the save. Here's Hughes. Around for Johnson, out to Healy. A shot, dinks off the glass for Aucoin to pick up as he swings down low and pumps the brakes. A backhand pass to Hughes. Beaton slaps that to Bergmanis. On the backhand up to the point. Bergmanis tries to carry, but it was touched off sides by Johnson.
Hey, I remember doing a home visit back when the university schools did home visits to recruit players. in the home of Kyle Aucoin's dad, Adrian Aucoin. However, he ended up going to BU.
Here's Caron. Koskinen playing it behind the net. At the moment, he's blanked the engineer. Oh, I refrain from that statement. There is one on the board. He had blanked the Engineers through 2 periods of play. Langenbrunner up off the glass. And another offsides by the Crimson, hit after the whistle from Agnew.
Winning ticket in tonight's 50-50.
Yep, that was Guzzo that just couldn't drag his foot. Leg wasn't long enough.
The more the gameplay's gone on tonight, Dan, the more the Crimson defense stands out in their height. I know it's listed for us, but I can't express visually how tall their defense is.
Oh yeah, they're big boys, and not only are they big boys, but they're very mobile as well, and they move the puck well.
I mean, what does that do for your team if you have a big defense?
Well, first and foremost, it's tough for offensive players to penetrate. And then when you penetrate them, you've got that goaltender back there, Koskinen. There's going to be a penalty here against Harvard, so RPI is going to go on the power play. And all they have to do, they scored 1 in the first 5 minutes of the third. They just need to get 1 here before the 10-minute mark.
Quick math here, Dan. Quick math. Breaking down the period in little sections. That could help the Engineers jump here on the power play for 2 minutes. And that was Salvatore Guzzo taking a hook as he was backtracking there on a back check. And the Engineers deploy Beaton, Gofredo, Daniel, McDermott, and Gilson. Gilson, one of the ECAC leaders in multiple point categories. He leads all defensemen on the team in points. Gofredo out to Gilson. One-time look, McDermott, he swings but whiffs. Langenbrunner up the wall. McDermott slaps that in. Here's Hodson to the net, a shot. The rebound comes loose and the whistle's blown. Stopped by Koskinen.
That was Beaton who took that to the net there.
We've seen this team strike a multi-goal comeback effort against UNH a few weeks back, and they have the capability to score a few goals at will.
Yeah, there was another look at that penalty there.
Here's Gilson from his own end at quarterback. Hitting Gofredo in stride. Gofredo takes a hit from Moore as Morden plays it behind the net. Kept by Gilson at the point. McDermott turns the corner. A wrister glove by Koskinen.
Well, what's interesting about this power play for RPI, they've got 3 defensemen out there. You've got Gofredo, you've got Gilson, you've got McDermott. However, McDermott and Gilson are playing as the point guys, with Gofredo playing a forward position.
Now Lee wins the draw back for Bergmanis. Here's Hodson. A shot from the side of the net, trying to catch Koskinen. Severo now working that to the sidewall. 3 Engineers on. And the puck sent out by the Crimson. Just under a minute on the power play. Smolenski. A dish to Tinling, who's got room. Trips down to the ice to look for Hodson backdoor. It doesn't go. Here's Tinling on Langenbrunner. Out to Hodson. That's a coin on him. Up the wall, it hits an official. Bergmanis looking for Tinling. In the trapezoid out to Smolenski. Cross ice for Hodson. A shot. And again, it just misconnects. Here's Smolenski cutting to the inside. Looking for Tinling on the backhand dish. Now far side Hodson. A shot. The rebound comes out. Tinling shoots. A save. Koskinen.
Wow, I thought Tingling waited a little too long on that.
Hudson a shot. It's gloved away. Guzzo's out of the box, and the Engineers still control.
Harvard returns to full strength.
Cross ice, hits off the skate, and now Guzzo is all alone over the Engineers' blue line. Giesbrecht turnstiles that around for McDermott, and Bergmanis up the wall. The Engineers are there again. Solovey dumping that in. So the Crimson kill off a crucial Engineers power play. Carpet gets a stick on an Agnew's pass. Bergmanis now off to Brackett. Up for Payette. In alone. He's charging towards the net. A backhand shot. The rebound comes loose. Another. And Koskenbua stands tall. Here's Brackett. Arister sticked away by Karpa.
Oh, what's good to see here is RPI is playing with a sense of urgency. They're not waiting until the last 4 or 5 minutes of the game. They're doing it right now.
Here's O'Zolins out to Caron. Sullivan. A look for Tapper as he slides into the boards. Off the glass high and up for Gilson to play. McNeil slides through a check, but St. Louis recovers the puck. They'll send that off the skate of Severo on Koskenbua.
Hey fans, again, there was granola, the official granola of RPI.
Well, not a bad idea by St. Louis, but if you're going to make that pass, it's going to be on the tape.
And we'll be back in a few moments, folks, after some commercial time. Stick with us as the Engineers look for the comeback in the third period. Welcome back to ESPN College Hockey here at Houston Fieldhouse. The Engineers looking to mount a comeback against the Harvard Crimson, and momentum swinging their way. Here's Rollers off the draw. Gagnon unable to corral that. Gilson does off the high glass. Arister going wide. Koskenbua opts to snare it and get another face-off. Matthew Mugno here with Dan Fridgen. Dan, momentum swinging the other way, but there's no real more time left to feel good about momentum swings. It's about getting those goals.
Well, it's about taking advantage of those momentum swings, and when you got your momentum, you got to find a way to execute.
Beaton swings but misses, and luckily for him, the puck's out as the Crimson looked for that 2-on-1.
They had numbers too. Fortunately for RPI, that puck just went off Beaton's stick and into the bench of the Harvard Crimson.
Mick Thompson again in the middle of things for the Crimson. He had 2 goals this season coming into the contest. He's a first year. He doubled that total tonight with a shorty and a power play goal. Here's Lee, 5th in the conference in faceoff wins. Langenbrunner turning on the Jets to carry that out. Here's Giesbrecht. He'll swing that around the glass for McDermott to play. Off the battle, Gilson. Hobson in stride. He's forced to make a handcuff pass to avoid the offsides. A shot on Koskenbua.
Oh, RPI being down 3 here with under 10 minutes to play. They're going to have to open it up a little bit and take some chances offensively, which hopefully doesn't leave them suspect on the defensive side, where Harvard takes a opportunistic chance.
Bergmanis keeps that at the point on a hard slap. Here's Beaton. A shot on goal off the knee of Rollers. Bergmanis working down low. Kohane on. Kohane made his college debut tonight. Buffalo Sabres draft selection. Gofredo tracking the puck all the way into his own end for the breakout. Rollers and Beaton swing in stride down the left wing. Here's 17 of the Engineers. Shot off the stick, flutters wide. Morden a slap. Hughes taking over. A dump and chase as Thompson goes for the change. Rollers up the wall. They'll let that go to Moore. He opts for the corner play as they establish some zone time. Guzzo up. Caron takes it away off the skate of Tapper, and he'll chase down Moore. Around for Morden. Gofredo gets a stick in there. No ice on the play. Guzzo on Smolinski. Here's Caron. Off the sideboards. A look for McNeil. Slid up and back to St. Louis. Caron puts that over the blue line. And again, the Crimson control from their back end. Caron, a good poke, and that's out to McNeil. A lot of play in between the blue lines here, Dan.
Yes, there is.
.724 on the board. There's Kyle LeCoin, Detroit Red Wings draft selection. Played for Muskegon of the USHL in 77 games in the Harvard Crimson uniform.
Shout out to the RPI women's hockey team. They had a win on the road at Harvard, winning that one 3-1.
A home and home for the schools, at least. Both teams respectively playing one another. So the Lady Engineers get a win in Cambridge as they continue their torrid pace up the ECAC standings. They dropped a few games here the last 2 weekends, but they're in a good position for the conference at the moment. And here at the Houston Fieldhouse, the Harvard Crimson, who are in crucial need of some points in conference play, are taking care of the Engineers, who are trying to swing the momentum their way. Sullivan off the wall. Payen closed out by Healy. Pass down low for Payen. It's blocked away by Healy, who controls now in the corner. A backhand dish to a coin. Sullivan on him. Sent out to Healy. Sends it out to Callow. And Karpa, captain of the Crimson, over the blue line. A low wrister. Saved by Giesbrecht. Carried in by Morden. Back for Miller, a shot. And a tip off the post from Severo. Here's McDermott, sliding that off to Gilson. Both defenders the first two in, as the forwards went for that change. Lee is there, disrupting the play. Out to Hodson. Hodson will send that into the opposite corner. He gets a stick on Morden. And he's all over number 14. The Crimson come in 2-on-1, a shot low. The rebound comes loose. Giesbrecht makes the second stop. And that was on Thompson, looking for goal number 3. Here's Tinling. A pass across, but a stick is in the hands of Hodson. This will be a hooking penalty on the Crimson.
Just on that last rush there by Harvard, Gilson was having some trouble getting back, so the RPI player that was behind him pushed him with his stick, and he almost got the Harvard player.
So Joe Miller will sit for 2 in the sin bin, as the Engineers will get another crack on the power play with 5:11 remaining in the contest.
Well, they pulled their goaltender here for a 6-on-4.
So Giesbrecht is on the bench. 6-on-4 action here at the Houston Fieldhouse. Gilson a look. He shoots and scores! John Beaton gets a piece of it. And 7 seconds into the power play, the Engineers capitalize.
Well, it looks like that's going to be Beaton's goal on the power play. Will Gilson showing some real good patience as he took that puck from his left side, being a right-hand shot, comes across the slot area and shoots a real low shot, which Beaton was able to get his stick on, and RPI is within 2.
Here's a replay of the goal to your left. Live action now on your right. It's a 2-goal game. Giesbrecht's back in the net. He gets the puck knocked away from him by Johnson, and it's out of the zone. So the Crimson Boogeyman, John Beaton, capitalizes again against Harvard. He scored a double overtime goal in the 2022 quarterfinal series. Hughes making his way down center easily, slicing through the defense, but the puck's knocked away. Here's Gagnon, who scored the first goal for the Engineers, sending that to the corner. St. Louis and Hughes rubbed out. Bergmanis using his back to defend the puck. Here's Bergmanis in. That's knocked away by Johnson. Cross ice. Bergmanis, Arister, looking for another tip as St. Louis shoved into the net. Here's McDermott, out to Bergmanis. He's had the puck on his stick plenty tonight, and it's knocked out of the zone.
I like the aggressiveness there of Coach Dave Smith to pull the goaltender for the 6-on-4. Certainly worked out for them.
Now the Engineers trail by 2 with 3 minutes on the clock. Up the wall for McDermott. Here's Lee. A shot from the point is blocked away in the skates of Lions. Guzzo, first man in the corner. Pass out front, a shot just goes wide. Giesbrecht makes the save. And the puck's into the netting and out of play. 3:12 on the clock. The Engineers have the D-zone draw.
Good hustle there by Guzzo, setting up Tresca for the shot. And then getting another opportunity, and the puck goes up into the netting, so it'll be an offensive zone face-off for the Hartford Crimson.
Karpa against Lee in the face-off circle. And Lee wins that back. Here's Gaffredo looking for the outlet. Hodson, soft touch parallel. Back to his stick. Hodson tries to make a move, and Moore breaks it up. Sent around for Giesbrecht. On the big goalie stick, he places that out for Ozolins. And Lee. He's got Hodson in stride again. Around to the trapezoid.
RPI has pulled their goaltender again.
Gagnon, a shot on net. It goes wide. Morden trips over his 2 feet. Caron sends that all the way out. Off a defensive stick. That was Callow getting in the way. Gilson, a hard slap shot around. Tapper pursuing down the boards. Point man not available. It's all the way down ice. So the Engineers have pulled their goalkeeper. And they'll start the self-made advantage here. St. Louis, a backhand dish around. Beaton's there first. He controls at the boards. Tapper to McDermott. Off to Tapper. Here's Caron. A pass through. Rolls off his stick. And the puck sent on the empty net and in.
Well, there's a dagger for you. I think that was Severo with the empty netter from just inside his own blue line. As he feathered that one down. To make this a 5-2 hockey game with 1:40 left in the third period.
So the Engineers will drop to 4-7 in conference play, and Harvard will peak above their 4-4-2 record that they walked in here with, earning a 5th victory on the season in conference play. Here's Johnson in, a shot on Giesbrecht, and it's sticked wide. The minute remaining. Hey Duke, around for Johnson, up to Healy. Across, and a shot wide from Cohane. A battle to the right of Giesbrecht. Here's Healy. He's got eyes. Circling, a shot through, looking for anything to poke that through. Here's Healy again. Cohane, a shot low. Blocked away. After Brackett tries to get around a defender 2-on-1. Pulled away by Smolenski. To Payette, a shot. Saved by Koskenvua. So Dan, they host Dartmouth tomorrow here at the Houston Fieldhouse. Same time, 7 o'clock. How important is it to shred the memory of this game and focus on tomorrow?
That happens as soon as this buzzer goes in 31.7 seconds. And as of right now, Dartmouth is leading Union 2-0 midway through the third period.
Harvard will be in Union tomorrow. Gagnon a shot, far pad. Agnew a hard slapper, blocked by Morden. And it's tied up in the corner to the buzzer. The Harvard Crimson coming to the Houston Fieldhouse and win 5-2. As the Engineers drop their first home contest of the upcoming 7 of 13. So we'll have plenty of time to recoup here at home. We'll have to bounce back tomorrow against Dartmouth. We have some highlights here from the third frame.
Well, Koskenvua had himself a real good game. There's one there. Just missed, kind of somewhat fanned on it. That was Payan. Set up in the slot area. Koskenvua with the pad save, and here's the goal that finally goes in with Gagnon through the legs. I have trouble with that because he doesn't say it like you would in Quebec.
That was a nice goal.
That was a real nice goal.
The Engineers had a really good start, and it just seemed like they couldn't capitalize on opportunities the way the Crimson did.
Yes, I mean, you know, they had a post. Like, I mean, I know Harvard had a post too, but you know, like Coach Smith said, there was some times there in the first period where they got behind that they could have shown more of a sense of urgency from an offensive perspective. There's another opportunity there by Payant. Koskenvua making the save.
So they couldn't build some momentum off of that win against ranked Clarkson. They upset Clarkson last weekend, 4-1. They weren't able to get the same result tonight Is their gameplay overall looking better to you, though, than what we've seen?
Definitely. I thought that, like I said, I thought they came out to start this game with a lot of fire, moving their feet. Here's the goal here by Beaton off the face-off with the pull goaltender. Make it a 4-2 game. But unfortunately just couldn't get within one goal tonight of the Crimson, who took a early 2-0 lead and then made it 4-0 there at the end of the second.
The Engineers pulled their goalie twice. They earned a goal on the power play the first time. Gilson showing his displeasure there. The Harvard Crimson walk out of the Houston Fieldhouse with a 5-2 victory. For Matthew Mugno, Dan Fridgen, we'll be here again tomorrow at 7 o'clock as the Engineers host the Dartmouth Big Green. Join us then. Have a good night.